Ladies and gentlemen, babies and elephants, welcome to another new video. My name is Bosley, and today I want to bring for you guys a league starter build, Flicker Strike Raider, the physical type. So this has been a very smooth league starter for me, at least for the 3.18 Sentinel. I've been waiting for this league because I didn't really play last league. I guess I just didn't really fancy too much on Arch Nemesis. On top of that, maybe I also have other personal things that I need to attend to, like my new job and stuff like that. But it's all good now. I'm just getting the groove into the new league right now. And I always fancy leagues that has the league mechanic that doesn't really conflict too much with your whatever that you're doing. For example, let's say, if I'm running a map, I don't want to get out of my way just to stop and do something else and then go back to what I was doing before. For example, Blight mechanic, or maybe, what was that? The Expedition mechanic. Those are the mechanics that I really find it kind of slow. It slows down my progress in a way. That's, at least for me, that's my opinion. Maybe it happens the same for you guys as well. I'm not sure, but at least this one, it's kind of like you just boom, 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 you just keep running. You don't have to stop at all. Like, you just activate the Sentinels. It will just what do you call? Empower all the enemies or the minions nearby. Then immediately you just kill them and get all your rewards, and then just move on to the next map and so on and so forth, which is really interesting for me. So I'm really looking forward to building more builds for this league and trying out different kind of builds as well. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the build. I've been leveling from the league start until now, like I'm level 73. I actually hit level 70 yesterday. I just finished my Act 10X yesterday as well. So it has been a really smooth experience. From the beginning, I started off with Shattering Steel, and then after that, I transitioned over to Flicker Strike, because if you try to use Flicker Strike at the early stages of the game, especially when you are up to level 40 at least, it will be quite a task, quite a hurdle for you to actually go through that whole process, because the damage will not be enough. You will have survivability issues. You will have, a few small issues that will really make the game not as smooth as you want it to be. So Shattering Steel actually does the job pretty well up until when you're capable enough to actually change it to Flicker Strike. So I would strongly suggest that you go try out using Shattering Steel first, mainly just using Bleeding and Physical Full Fizz, and then after you can transition over to Flicker Strike a lot smoother and a lot easier as well, because both of the builds use the same swords, both of the build uses Physical, so there's not much transitioning going on, transferring going on right there. Like, you don't have to get Orb of Regrets to reverse your skill points to change it to a different passive point on the skill tree and so on and so forth. So I strongly suggest that you try this out. So that's what I did. Now, first off, you want to pick Raider, because the Raider gives you a shit ton of attack speed, move speed, and decent amount of attack damage because of the Onslaught effect. Now, it's a really fast build when you go for a Raider build, because the Onslaught gives you a huge ton of move speed, which indirectly gives you a lot faster clear speed. You move around, you finish the X a lot faster as well. So that's the reason why I chose Raider, and Raider is more suitable for Flicker Strike anyway. And on top of that, I haven't played Raider for a long time, so I really wanted to try this out. So if you pick Raider, the first ascendancy point you want to go for is you want to have the permanent onslaught. Now, the permanent onslaught doesn't require you to hit an enemy or kill an enemy just to gain the onslaught effect. It's already permanently there. For example, this one currently now is already with permanent onslaught. On top of that, 100% increased effect as well. So as you can see, I can run around the map just like that. With I'm currently sitting on like 97% move speed, when my boots only gives me like 30%. So it's like I'm getting 60% move speed just from the onslaught itself. And maybe a small percentage from my gear, but mostly from the onslaught. So That's why you want to go for the permanent onslaught. So this one, the onslaught gives you grants 20% attack speed, cast speed, and move speed. So it's a huge bump, especially for your act clearing, map clearing, boss killing, and so on, and all the stuff like that there. And then after that, the next point you want to go for, you want to get Avatar of the Chase. Now, the reason why I go this way rather than going for Way of the Poacher first is because I got my hands on the Tiger Sword, the Terminus Est, quite early, because I managed to get like 2 Chaos when I was like in Act 5 or 6. And then after that, I managed to buy one from the marketplace. Of course, this is a softcore league, so I bought one from the marketplace, which gives me gain a frenzy charge when you are on critical strike. Now, this whole build is based on attack speed and critical strike and attack damage. So critical strike is always there, and that's why you'll get frenzy charges easily, or you can get it from Blood Rage as well. Depends on how you want to do it. So I didn't really want to go for Way of the Poacher just to get the frenzy charges. I want to get increased 100% onslaught effect, so it doubles up my onslaught effect I'm getting. So I get like almost 40% attack speed, cast speed, and move speed, which is huge. So I much prefer this one first. Then I went for this one, and after that, lastly, you want to go for Avatar of the Slaughter, which makes uses of all your frenzy charges that you gained. So potentially you'll get about 6 to 7 frenzy charges. So let's say I'm assuming you get 7, so you get 70% increased evasion rating per frenzy total. 4 times 7, 28% move speed, 28% increased attack speed, and 70% increased attack damage for all the frenzy charges that you have, which is huge. So that is mainly how we're going to build the Flicker Strike build. That is the Ascendancy point. Next up, we're going to talk about the gear choices. Now, the gear choices, I would strongly suggest this. If you can manage to get your hands on Terminus as soon as you can, that is when you switch to Flicker Strike. Otherwise, don't switch to Flicker Strike until you have the Terminus, because Terminus actually gives you a huge ton of accuracy. It gives you a lot of physical damage, it gives you attack speed, it gives you crit chance, it gives you mana gain on kill. Because when you do Flicker Strike, when you're jumping around, your mana consumption is actually pretty high compared to when you're using Shattering Steel or any other skill. So that's why you need the mana gain on kill as well. And also the increased move speed, which is huge, and the gain frenzy charge. So this one, I got the 5-link one for like 1 or 2 chaos at most. It was really cheap. So I'm pretty sure you can get one as well. The whole budget for the build is going to be very cheap. I think the whole budget here will be about what, like 5 chaos, 6 chaos for the whole build, for the league starter. It's really affordable, okay? So this is the benchmark. Like, no, I wouldn't say the benchmark. This is the minimum. Like, as long as you get Terminus, that's when you switch. If you haven't got Terminus yet, don't switch. That's my suggestion, okay? So Terminus Est. Helmet, it's very simple. I got the Flicker Strike one with the 20% increased cooldown recovery rate. I bought it for like 1 Chaos or less, or 2 Alchemy. I can't remember. I just bought one which has life and some resist. Doesn't really do much, but the increased cooldown recovery rate helps a lot. Because when you do Flicker Strike, it will have a cooldown. Okay? So, and then after that, I'm using Carnage Heart. I bought this for like 1 Chaos, I think. So this one gives me the attributes I need in order to equip certain gears and certain gems. And also it gives me Leech, some resist, and also increased damage while I'm leeching. This one gives me the ring, Flat Fizz. You want to have Flat Fizz as well in your build, your gears as well especially. You want to have Flat Fizz. So this one gives me Flat Fizz, some resist, Flat Fizz, resist. The gloves is actually viable to actually use Hemophilia, because even though you only have 25% chance to cause the bleeding from the gloves, other than that, there's nowhere else that you're getting bleeding chance from. So you only get 25% chance unless you want to put in a few skill points in the skill tree, which is not worth it. I don't think it's a good idea to do that. Or you want to use chance to bleed, which is not ideal as well. So just leave it at 25%. It's still okay because it will proc like 25% of the time. So every 4 times you jump, maybe once you will get it to explode. but you just want to have the explosion just for additional 5% damage, maximum life as physical damage around the area, so it helps you a lot on your clear speed actually. So if you don't want to use Hemophilia, it's totally fine. This is not compulsory at all. So you can just use any other glove that gives you life, flat fist, attack speed if you can, and some resist if you want. Okay, I've already capped my resist. I'm pretty sure I've capped it at 75. Yeah, I already capped my resist as well, so we're pretty good there. Belt of Deceiver, just that it gives you life, it gives you reduced damage, extra damage from crit strikes, which is cool, some resist, and nearby enemies are intimidated. So what happens when the nearby enemies are intimidated? They take 10% increased attack damage, which is good. And for the boots, we have just resist and some 30% move speed. Very, very simple, basic, straightforward gear. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the gem links. Now, the gem links, currently now I haven't really fully gemmed up all my sockets yet, but I've already put in the essentials that are needed for the build. This build can bring you all the way up to like yellow maps, no problem. But after that, you will need to switch to cold conversion, at least, to get more DPS and more clear speed. So I'm planning to do that as well. So currently now I'm going to run Fizz up until I run to yellow maps and then start to get some currency. I would say you will need about like 5x to actually switch to a cold build. So that's what I'm working towards to. I'm going to save up to like 5x and then after that I'm going to switch over to the cold build. For now, I'm just going to use this and farm out all the currencies I have. I think that should work for you as well. Okay, so for the gem links, we want to go for Flicker Strike with Close Combat, Melee Fizz, Multi-Strike, and Brutality. So all the Fizz stuff are all here. This is another Precision Aura. You can just put level 1, it's fine, just to get the additional crit strike chance and the accuracy. It will help a lot. So just a level 1 will do. Pride and Herald Purity. So I'm running 3 auras. Herald of Purity, Pride, and I'm running Precision. Now, I'm planning to do this, right? I'm planning to switch out my Pride. And I'm going to put in, what do you call that? And Stone. Flesh and Stone. Is it Flesh and Stone? Blood and Sand. Ah, shit. Blood and Sand or Flesh and Stone. Either one. Sorry, I apologize for the bad preparation. And then you can use the banner. So the banner, you want to get the one that is called Dread Banner, I think. The one that gives you Impale. Because we are running Impale in the build as well. Because since we're running Fizz. So we are running Impale as well, like Forceful Skewering. So it gives you increased chance to impale the enemies. So we impale, we bleed them, and then, you know, we blast them with Fizz. So I would say I'm planning to do that. I'm going to switch out the Pride. I'm going to put in Dread Banner and the Blood and Sand or Flesh and Stone. I forgot which one, but either one. Okay. And then Enduring Cry, you just want to put in the Enduring Cry and put in your left click, so when you walk around, you have Enduring Cry all the time, which is an extra defensive layer, just that you get the additional endurance charges as well. And it also regenerates your health. Regenerate 1,481 life over 1 second, which is good, right? Because the problem with Flicker Strike is that we are jumping most of the time in front of the enemy, and then you are very vulnerable to damage. So that's why it's kind of risky to play Flicker Strike. Okay, the other one, for mobility, we are using Dash and Second Wind so that we get 2 charges of the Dash. I forgot to mention about the gear. So Belly of the Beast is the armor, which is some resist, life, and armor, and flask life recovery rate. Nothing much. I forgot to mention about the armor. Cast when damage taken with Steelkin, extra defensive layer there as well. For the totem, extra DPS, that will be Ancestral War Chief, Brutality, and Culling Strike, so it will help you finish off the enemy when they have 10% or below health. And Summon Ice Golem for the extra crit chance and accuracy as well. So these are the skill gems that I'm currently using. And next up, we're going to talk about the Flask. Now the Flask here, we're using, I'm just using 2 random life flasks because, you know, Flicker Strike, you tend to be very vulnerable. So I just want to carry 1 more flask, life flask, just in case I fuck up the first one. So at least I have a second one as a backup, okay? So mainly, the mods that you want to get on the life flask will be bleeding. I mean, not just the life flask, any flask will do, but the main mod you want to get is bleeding or corruptible blood. You want to remove that as soon as you can. Chill as soon as you can. Increased armor, this one is up to you. You want to get, ideally, you want to get like move speed on this Quicksilver flask, or attack speed is fine. But try to get this one, that 15% chance to gain a flask charge when you deal a critical strike. So it gives you, constantly gives you flask charges as you do crit strike anyway. Okay, the mana potion, I would strongly suggest you hold a mana potion, and the most important mod in the mana potion is this one, which says Flask effect is not removed when unreserved mana is filled. So that means when your mana is full, the effect is not taken away, it's still refilling as you use your skills, compared to the traditional when you use it, when it's filled up and then it will stop filling and then you will consume the charge. This one, it will consume the charge and then it will keep filling until the amount reaches like 404, so it reaches 4 and 4 and 4, and then after that it will stop and then you have to press again. Okay, so this one is very important. And Diamond Flask, of course, for crit chance, increased crit chance and evasion rating as well. Nothing too fancy. Next up, we're going to talk about the Pantheons. Now the Pantheons here I'm currently using Lunaris, so increased move speed and physical damage reduction. Who doesn't want more move speed? And I'm using Soul of Shikari just in case I get poisoned, so I don't get more than 3 stacks on me, which is additional defensive, just to be safe. For the Bandits, you want to help Alira because we are crit based, so definitely you want to have the crit multi and the extra elemental resistances. And last but not least, we want to talk about the skill tree. Now the skill tree, you're going to start off over here for Ranger. So you want to skip all this nonsense, and then you want to go straight down and save up as much skill points as you can, because there are much more skill points in the tree that require you to reach there and much further as well. So because you see we are kind of reaching on a long stretch over here, so you want to save up as much skill points as you can. So over here you want to get Finesse first, so you get some attack speed and some dexterity, get Heart of Oak for some life and regen. And then after that, you want to pick up Herbalism over here. Now it depends. If you start using Shattering Steel from the beginning, then yes. You start with Splitting Steel, and then you move towards Shattering Steel, and then you move towards Flicker Strike. Now that is the flow. So if you're following that flow, that means you'll be using Sword. So then you can pick up all the nodes here up until Fatal Blade, so it gives you crit chance and crit multi. Over here, to pick up Heartseeker for crit multi, Accuracy for some accuracy. You need the accuracy as well. Frenzy Charge. You don't have to pick up all the Frenzy Charges first, up until you get Terminus. Okay. So remember, all the Frenzy Charger nodes don't have to pick them up first until you pick up the Terminus. Okay. And then you move up here. You're gonna pick up Survivalist. So this one gives us some ally resist and some evasion. And then after this part, right, you don't want to move up yet. So you move down here. And then you want to pick up Graceful Assault. So this one gives us increased onslaught effect, chance to gain onslaught, 1 kill, increased armor and evasion during onslaught. You want to pick up Blade Dancer. So this one gives us increased melee range and increased damage with hits and ailments. Forceful Skewering, as I mentioned before, Impale effect and chance to impale. And then you don't want to pick up the Disciple of the Slaughter yet until, again, same concept with the Frenzy Charges until you get the Terminus. And then you want to move up here as well, same thing. Skip until you get Terminus. Golem's Blood for life and life regen. Move over here and pick up Wrecking Ball for 2-handed melee weapons. If you are dual wielding, you can use some other skill like over here, MB Dexterity or Blade Barrier. But since I'm using 2-handed sword, I'm going to go for Wrecking Ball. So this one gives attack speed and increased damage with hits and ailments. Over here, I'm going to pick up Bastion Breaker. So this one overwhelms, so 20% physical damage reduction. So even though the enemy has physical damage reduction defensive layer on them, it still overwhelms that. Yeah, you kind of bypass that as well. So, and then after that, you'll get Blade of the Cunning for more accuracy, crit chance, and crit multi with swords. And then Tribal Fury, so you can strike additional target nearby. And then you're going to go over here and pick up Rampart so that you can get permanent Fortify on your melee skills. And then after that you pick up Bloodlust for increased life, and enemies can't leech life on from you, which is important. And then Call to Arms so that you can get your Enduring Cry instantly rather than having a cooldown or a refresh rate. So you just want to pick up instant, and then after that you move up here. So ideally, what my next step is will be going for Blood Drinker. Then I'll move up and pick up another Frenzy Charge node, another Jewel Socket, and then probably I think I need to pick up Primal Spirit as well because I get more mana while I hit the enemies. So it's quite important for me actually because the only issue I find with the build is that the mana issue. Sometimes like you have to constantly make sure that you have the mana. Otherwise, if you run out of mana, your character will stop jumping, and that is going to be an issue. Okay, so that will drastically drop down your DPS. Okay, so I'm going to do something different today. I'm just going to run a map just to show you guys. Just in case you guys think like, this guy is just showing all the best parts of the video. Well, this is going to be shit and good parts of the video as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just going to run one live now and show you guys a showcase on how the Flicker Strike actually runs. So we're just going to put in Immortal Syndicate, which most likely I will die. This one has some simple mods. I'm not going to go anything too crazy right now. I'm just going to go very simple mods. Currently, what kind of mods do we have here? We have yeah, just a few simple mods over here. Non-curse auras, increasing, something simple. Yeah, let's do it. So let's see. So you just want to jump and make sure your mana is always full. Like your jump. It's really satisfying when actually playing this build because first off, it's fun seeing like kind of like a ninja style jumping around. I played it once before actually, back when I think 3.15. No, way before that. I think like 3.12. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it, but back then my PC was shit, right? So I was constantly having trouble with rubber band. Yeah, if you guys know the term. Basically, I'm getting reversed all the time as I play, and then after that, you get reversed. It's kind of like a delayed or pullback or what you call callback or whatever fuck you call it, So which is really annoying, right? Oh, there we go. So we have this. So you want to drop down totem, and then after that you just want to slice and dice. Janus, you just want to pick up all the. You can just leave him here. It's fine. Pandemonium, yeah, why not? So you're just gonna move down here. Oh. Oh. Okay, so as you can see, right, one thing you've noticed, like when you flicker, it actually brings you to the point that you want to go most of the time. So you save, it actually kind of saves you the trouble from going there as well. So rather than moving all the way there, you can just flicker all the way over there. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay, let's I'm not sure whether we can handle the Metamorph. I think we should be able to. Because I must say, like, the physical build is still a lot weaker compared to the cold conversion one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, but the cold conversion one is much better clear speed. And then, of course, they'll involve a lot more investment into the build as well. I think I'm just gonna skip most of the crap over here. I'm just gonna run and look for the arena and just pop the boss and call it a day, yeah? And just level up the gems over here. Oh. Just want to clear and then drop the totem and then just slice and dice. Slice and dice. There we go. Simple enough. Quite straightforward. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. So I'm just going to try this guy and see whether we can take care of the Metamorph. Okay, let's see. Okay, you need to... Oh, okay, this is not... Yeah, as I thought. I don't think he's ready for that yet at the moment. Yeah. So, I mean, I tried my best to show you as much as I can without embarrassing myself too much. But yeah. So, all in all, very fun build to play with. Decent amount of damage, very fast move speed, very mobile. Problem is, damage output can be fixed, can a lot of room for improvement. Definitely some mana issues sometimes, but you know, it's not the end of the world, you can just fix it anyway. And really cheap to play. Okay, so that's my take on this physical Flicker Strike for Raider, or for the League Start. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or suggestion or any sort of thing that you want to say to me, drop a comment down below. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me in making more videos for you guys and actually motivates me as well. Thank you very much. And I hope I see you guys on the next video, and enjoy your League Start. Peace out.